Hello everyone, I am Gaganveer Singh and in this video I am going to demonstrate for my task 2.1 HT DevOps pipeline with Jenkins of SIT223 professional practice in IT. The task was to create DevOps pipeline for my own project using Jenkins to ensure that my code is built, tested and deployed in a reliable and consistent manner. The project that I used for this pipeline is an extension of my distinction project from the previous semester, focused on front-end development. It is named DevDecan and it serves as an interactive platform where users can engage in discussions, post questions, and share articles. The website features essential functionalities such as user authentication, sign up, and login pages, ensuring a personalized experience for each user. It is built primarily using React.js. The project embraces modern front-end development techniques. It extensively utilizes React hooks such as useState and context for enhanced application performance. Also, to enhance UI aesthetics and responsiveness, Bootstrap is integrated into this project. To complete this task, I have Jenkins set up and configured on an EC2 instance running on an Ubuntu image. The main reason for utilizing Jenkins on an EC2 instance is to simulate a real-world environment where we are working with multiple developers who may be located far away from each other. By setting up Jenkins on an EC2 instance, we create a centralized platform accessible to all team members regardless of their physical location. This facilitates seamless collaboration and interaction, making it easier for us to manage the development and the deployment processes. Now that we have Jenkins configured on an EC2 instance, let's proceed with setting up the pipeline for our web application. To begin setting up our pipeline, let's first log into our Jenkins dashboard. Next, click on the New Item option in the Jenkins dashboard to create a new pipeline. Provide a name for our pipeline such as React Application Pipeline and select the pipeline option. Click on OK to proceed. Now let's see how to configure pipeline. In the pipeline configuration, it's essential to add a meaningful description that describes the purpose and functionality of our pipeline. This description helps team members understand the pipeline's rules and usage. In the build trigger section, for seamless integration with GitHub, we will enable the GitHub hook trigger for Git SCM polling option. Enabling this option ensures that our pipeline is automatically triggered whenever a new commit is made to our Git repository. To achieve this, we need to set up a webhook in our GitHub repository that notifies Jenkins of any new changes. Let's see how to set up a webhook in GitHub. Now let's configure our pipeline to fetch the pipeline script from our GitHub repository. Select the pipeline script from SCM option to indicate that our pipeline configuration will be sourced from this repository. During pipeline execution, Jenkins will automatically clone the repository to retrieve the pipeline script. Here, we will specify the URL of our GitHub repository from where we want Jenkins to fetch the pipeline script. This allows Jenkins to retrieve the pipeline script and execute it as part of our pipeline. To access our GitHub repository securely, we need to add credentials for authentication and integration. I already have this set up. Now, we will specify the branch of our GitHub repository from which Jenkins could fetch the pipeline script. In my case, I have main branch, so I will specify main. Finally, save the configuration settings for our pipeline. And let's see our pipeline in action by triggering a manual build or waiting for a GitHub webhook to automatically trigger the pipeline. Before building and triggering the pipeline, let me first explain you the pipeline setup that I have created. The primary goal of this pipeline is to automate the process of building, testing and deploying the web application. Let's take a closer look at each stage and its significance. The first stage in this pipeline is the build stage. In this stage, the pipeline starts by installing the necessary dependencies for the web application using the npm install command. Following that, the npm run build command is executed to compile and build the React application, preparing it for deployment. Next, moving on to the test stage, automated tests are run to ensure the functionality of application using the npm test pass with no test command. Although no specific tests are defined in this project, the pass with no test flag allows the pipeline to proceed successfully. The next is the code quality analysis stage. In this stage, the code base is analyzed for potential issues using the ESLint analysis tool. ESLint scans through the JavaScript files, identifying syntax errors, code style violations, and other potential issues, helping maintain code quality. As we move on to the deploy to test environment stage, Docker is utilized to build and run the application in the test environment. The pipeline starts by building a Docker image from the React application using the docker build command, followed by stopping and removing any existing containers using docker stop and docker rm commands. Finally, a new Docker container named myReactContainer is run using the docker run command, exposing it to the port 3000. Next is the release to Netlify stage. For the release to Netlify stage, the application is deployed to the production environment using Netlify. With sudo netlify deploy command, the build directory and the site ID are specified, triggering the deployment process to Netlify. After completing the execution of the pipeline stages, the pipeline enters the post-success and post-failure stages. In the post-success stage, an email notification is sent to notify the team that the pipeline execution was successful. The email contains details such as pipeline name and a success message along with an attachment of build log for reference. Similarly, in the post-failure stage, an email notification is sent to alert the team that the pipeline execution has been failed. Email contains details such as pipeline name and message, prompting the team to investigate the cause of failure, along with an attachment of build log for troubleshooting. Now let's see our pipeline in working by manually triggering a build. As you can see from the site configuration side, there are only 2 production builds deployed to the site. Now let's start the build. Pipeline has been started. As you can see that the build stage has been completed now. Also the test stage has been completed. Now we can see that ESLint has done his work here. The pipeline has successfully deployed to the test environment at port 3000. Now let's see whether it is working or not. The site loaded on the port 3000. Also, it has been released to Netlify. Let's see. Yes, there are now 3 builds. Earlier there were 2. Now let's check the mail if we have received one. Yes, the mail has been received along with the console output, the build log. Now let's see the pipeline working by webhook trigger. As you can see in the current website, there is written dev@Redeken in the header section. Now we will change it to something else. Now we will check the git status, whether it has been changed or not, and we will add it. Now we will make a commit with the name demo. Now we will push the code to the GitHub. The code has been pushed successfully to the GitHub. We can verify it by checking the status. As we can see the demo message. Also the pipeline has been triggered by the webhooks. We can see the one commit message there and the pipeline has been started. Now let's verify whether the test environment has uploaded the changes or not. It has been successfully updated. Also the mail has been sent. Now let's check at the Netlify. By reloading the site, we can see the changes. Also we can see one more build production uploaded to it.